Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, let's quickly go over a few important points. So, without any delay, let's jump right in. They return to the hotel. Gang UK explains that he had tried to arrange a room nearby, but there were no available rooms. Just as they are about to say goodbye, Yeo Ri suddenly stops him. She asks Gang UK if he would like to join her for a cup of tea. Gang UK is surprised by her unexpected invitation. During their conversation, Yeo Ri notices a green pendant, which suddenly brings back an important memory from her past. She remembers Min Hwan placing a necklace around her neck before the accident. He had told her that it was meaningful to him, but Yeo Ri believes it was lost during what happened. Gang UK tries to reassure her and tells her that being with Yeo Ri has changed the way he feels about his unusual experiences. He is no longer as worried about seeing ghosts as he once was. Gang UK reaches for Yeo Ri's hand, but she gently pulls away. The next day, everything changes when they return to Korea. Yeo Ri must face an important shareholders meeting at Raina Hotel. Her position is uncertain, and everyone is waiting for the final decision. At first, the result does not seem to favor Yeo Ri, but when the final votes are counted, she receives enough support to remain in her position. Yeo Ri wins. Yeo Ri and her family are completely surprised by the result. Yeo Ri later discovers that Miss Ha changed her decision at the last moment. The gift Yeo Ri gave her helped her understand how serious Yeo Ri was about protecting Cheon Atrium. Min Hwan realizes that stopping Yeo Ri will not be easy. He begins considering another way to challenge her position. The two spend some quiet time together and talk about what they want from the future. Gang UK says that, if he had the choice, he would like to know what their life together might look like. Yeo Ri, however, becomes more interested in understanding the past. She shows Gang UK the report from her old accident. Something immediately catches their attention. The missing pendant does not appear anywhere on the list of recovered belongings. Gang UK believes this detail could be important. They eventually find the paramedic who helped Yeo Ri years ago. He remembers seeing the pendant after the accident. He also recalls that someone later came and took it, claiming to be a member of Yeo Ri's family. Before they can discover who that person was, Gang UK is sent overseas for training, making it more difficult for the two to stay close. Then his grandmother meets Yeo Ri. This time, she speaks honestly. She explains that she cares about Yeo Ri because she knows Gang UK genuinely cares about her. However, she still believes they should keep some distance. She reveals that Gang UK has experienced serious health difficulties in the past and received a heart transplant. Because of this, she worries that he may push himself too far while trying to support Yeo Ri. Her biggest concern is that Gang UK may continue putting Yeo Ri's needs before his own well-being. She tells Yeo Ri that Gang UK will not easily walk away from her. So if she truly wants to protect him, she may need to make a difficult choice herself. The conversation leaves Yeo Ri deeply worried. She begins questioning whether staying with Gang UK could create more difficulties for him. Later, while Yeo Ri is outside thinking about everything, Gang UK suddenly appears. He is concerned because he could not reach her. When he sees Yeo Ri, he immediately realizes that something is wrong. He tries to comfort her, but Yeo Ri finally shares what has been troubling her. She asks Gang UK whether they should end their relationship. Gang UK is completely surprised by her words. Before he can fully understand what is happening, Yeo Ri gives him her decision. She tells him that they should end their engagement. With Gang UK left deeply hurt by her unexpected decision, Yeo Ri is suddenly caught in a situation she never expected. Raina is going through a serious crisis, as its stock price continues to fall, and more people begin questioning the company. With the pressure increasing, Yeo Ri now has to think about both her position and the future of Raina. At the same time, her relationship with Gang UK takes an emotional turn. Yeo Ri decides to step away from him. Even though she still cares deeply about him, she believes that staying close to Gang UK could bring difficulties into his life because of the fate connected to them. Gang UK cannot understand why she is pushing him away. Confused by her decision, he goes to his grandmother and asks why Yeo Ri's zodiac sign is being treated as so important. His grandmother explains that Yeo Ri may be making these choices because she wants to protect him. Meanwhile, Yeo Ri begins looking deeper into the problems surrounding Raina. She suspects that Min Hwan may know something about what is happening behind the scenes, so she speaks with him directly. However, Min Hwan does not give her the answers she is looking for. Instead, he confidently talks about his future plans, leaving Yeo Ri with even more questions. Then, someone from the past suddenly returns. Park Sung-jae is released from prison and soon contacts Yeo Ri. He asks her to meet because he wants to discuss the yacht incident from 12 years ago. His words suggest that the old case may still contain information that could be important to Yeo Ri. And just when the situation seems complicated enough, the preview takes another unexpected turn. Gang UK arrives at a serious investigation site to find out what happened, but when he looks around, he is surprised to see Yeo Ri there as well. Why has she come to the same place? And what connection does she have to the situation? The answers could reveal another important secret, and change what Yeo Ri and Gang UK believe about the events surrounding them.